Hi guys, it's Maddie. How you doing? I don't know where the hell I'm going with this video today, but I know my daughter wanted me to sit down and make one, so here I am, honey. It's usually when it's me, it's we. When it's any three of us, it's we, because it's we three. Me, my daughter, my son, and I are we three. And this third has been like having a really, really, really bad week. I mean, my joints, they dislocate on the regular. They do. And, it's called subluxing or subluxation. It's just a fancy word for a minor dislocation. But as I get older and it's kicking in, it's getting so much worse. And I have a new symptom. Well, not a symptom. It's par for the course. It would be a symptom of the disease if we didn't know I had it already, but my hair is falling out. And if nothing else in life, nothing, I've always had a good head of hair. Like, I don't even want to tell my kids because they know it's going to kill me. It's hurting. And I've been checking it's been about 2 weeks. I've been keeping an eye on it because you know how much hair you lose in the drain and when you comb it out, what you do and what you don't do. And, you know, and it just started to multiply. Now, I won't get too gross or anything. I am 50, and I stopped having a monthly at 47. So I ended menopause way early. I'm 3 years done in the book. I guess you're never done, but done that. So the hair, started to gray and white. I don't think you can see it well the way I did it today. That's usually the gist of things. You try to hide that shit. But, I have a lot of white and gray in there, and it was cool. That's like my stripes. I made it. I earned that, and it's gonna fall out. Um, yeah, so I should probably mention that to my kids or something. There's nothing they can do, and I have shit insurance, so even if there was something we could do, I don't know that I'd be eligible, or the cost of some of these medications that my insurance doesn't cover it's obscene. It's obscene, and I mean, hair that's vanity. I know, I think so. Maybe if that's just part of it, that's what it is. And see how it looks, right? I hope I don't have a bumpy head too much. You ever see that on men? Like, some men look great bald, like they just have that, perfect round. And then other ones kind of have like a knotty, kind of uneven head. So I was like wondering what my hair or my head is going to look like if and when we get there, because that looks like a direction we're heading in. And so I thought today, because like I have primarily been in bed a lot this week. The kids, I can't do anything. I haven't been doing anything. My right knee dislocated really bad the other night, but I got her back in. That's what I do. And my right shoulder is severely, for me, for what I can tolerate and what I'm used to. My right shoulder it gave a big fu the other night, and she's not going back in. And what's something I will tell you is totally new, and I don't like this, is if you ever had a toothache. I don't know how bad your teeth are. Mine can be bad, just genetics. So when we used to have a bad tooth, my grandma or grandpa, one of them, would say, "Oh, bang your head on the wall." They would know if the nerve was affected or not. So when you kind of tap your head and you have a bad tooth, it shoots to that tooth. Well, what's happening to me lately, and this is bad because it's like my whole body, but like if I get like hit, like I'm gonna do this, isn't gonna hurt me, but this is my little fan. I'm gonna hit my arm like that hard, right? Not so hard. If I get that on my leg anywhere, or on my arm, not expected, right now the pain on my legs will shoot right to my knees and my hips, like to the point where I could fall over. I think it's nerve pain. And if I get hit, in the arm, or at the even down here in the forearm, like if I get whacked, it's just, yeah, it's bad. We're having a bad week, guys. So I came here. I thought I'd put on some makeup because, again, when I say guys, I mean you guys, anybody watching, and my kids. Primarily this is a photo album for the kids that my daughter wanted, and I think that's neat. I have no problem with that, but I don't want it to suck. And this week really sucked. it just, there's nothing good. And the stretch marks that I have, this pocket that hangs, because I don't have the elastin or the collagen, is getting bigger. And the stretch marks I've mentioned that I have on there are just, they're getting so prominent, and it's so embarrassing. It really, I don't know why. Don't know why 3 stretch marks on my neck are like the be all and end all. I mean, I had 2 10-pound babies. You should see my tummy. But the neck, a lot of stuff you're not expecting when you get sick, I guess, right? Mm. And I will say the hair shocked me, because I thought, once you're diagnosed, oh, you're diagnosed, that's how it's going to be, and you're going to be like this from now on. And that is so not the case. Yeah, you get worse. You do when you're sick sometimes, and it sucks. It sucks when pain's involved. Yeah, I can do anything but pain, and it's bad. It really is. But I have the doctor's appointment in May. My GP takes as good a care of me as he can, and we go from here. But yeah, just a real shitty week. I did throw some makeup on today because I was really, really super excited. Now, if this was for you guys out there in YouTube land, I got my mitts on Anastasia of Beverly Hills, the highlighter. How happy I am. So fucking happy. I forgot to put it on when I did my makeup. I forgot. That's how it's not good. I think it's brain fog, actually, because you do get brain fog with this, and it can be quite severe, and it's quite different. I was thinking, actually, if you want, because this is, and again, something that I do, it makes me less nervous. I mean, I have my fan for my daughter, my fan to keep me cool, that way, on the fan. I have my hand towel that's always on my lap if I'm doing makeup, because I'm a lame ass. But today I began with, now I knew I was going to wear Natasha Denona, the retro palette. My thing is, I was thinking about the last name Denona, and in Italian, I believe that means the grandma, because Nona is grandma in Italian. And it just struck me weird, because I believe Natasha is more of a Russian name. I mean, I know we all if you're famous, people put their names together and make up names, but like Natasha, the grandmother, is what I see when I look at that. And that's not her name, I'm sure. Beautiful lady. If you've ever seen her, wow, she's beautiful. Now today, talk about, like, this is just how it's been. Today I had purchased the Milani Conceal and Perfect Smooth Finish. Excuse me. There is some asshole on a motorcycle today driving. Like, he can't leave my block for some reason. So he's just circling around the block. So you may hear him. I apologize. He just went by. Okay. So today I wanted to start with, I got the base to powder, foundation to powder one, and I was so excited because I really like the Conceal and Perfect by Milani in the bottle, right? The liquid foundation. So this is called Cream to Powder Foundation. It's Milani. It's 205 Light Pale, and Conceal and Perfect Smooth Finish. This stuff is the shittiest base foundation anything I have ever tried to use. This was, and it wasn't age. It wasn't that it looked powdery when it was done. It just kind of like dragged across. It didn't really cover and sink in. It wanted to lay on the skin. It was just really, really weird, different. So Conceal and Perfect by Milani, cream to powder. I would stay the hell away from it. If you have it and you like it, yay. I think that's great. It just, for me, it's not good. It's not a thing. So we won't be using that. Now, I was so excited to have my Anastasia, see, this is where I've been, my Anastasia of Beverly Hills highlighter. I used the Artist Couture in Gold Digger. Now, I've mentioned before, I don't even do well with gold. It's white. So I didn't know what the reflect was. I grabbed it, and it's gold anyway, and that's what I ended up putting on, and I put too much on. So it's not the Beverly Hills. No, I blew it. I completely blew it. Now, what I did have to do is start with other foundations. So I went to Tried and True. I went to my Sephora and my Infallible L'Oreal, my stick foundations. You should have seen these before, or they're here somewhere. I use them all the time. Those are my everydays. Now, the only issue I had with these guys today, and it wasn't these guys' fault, because these guys are awesome. I recommend them highly. I never thought I would like a store brand like Sephora, but it's a little lighter, and it's got a tinge of yellow, which I need because I'm olive. It's perfect. I just forgot. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. Once I got the foundation on, I wanted to try some cream products today because I know as you get older, they recommend use the cream products, not the powder ones. So I got an e.l.f. multi-chrome multi-stick, which is the cutest little thing, right? Cute little thing like that, little, and it twists up. And today I tried to use this as a blush, and it lifted my foundation. It lifted it, and it didn't, it just like it, oh, it was terrible. And I felt so bad because I thought back and I'm like, did I do something new or use something different on my skin? Because, I started with a foundation. I hadn't. It absolutely, it sucked. And I'm sorry, I hate to say that, with the e.l.f. monochromatic multi-stick, the blush on foundation. I haven't used it on bare skin because God knows I try to cover my skin within an inch of its life, because of the broken capillaries and the stretch marks. And I have it's a complex. It really is. And yeah, so started there. The blush pissed me off. Nothing else really stuck out on my lips. I have the KK Beauty pencil. It's red. It's a blue red. Do not have a name for it. I don't. It's not the orange red. I need like more of a blue red, and of course the Huda. I will say this was wild. It didn't hurt. I didn't feel it. The shinies that are on it. I showed you this when it came. It's got sparklies all over. Oh, I did have to get a hold of Ipsy regarding my box because I'm like, where is it? Double digits. I didn't even have a tracking number yet. So I got a hold of them, and because I had switched in points for, you get gifts, you win them with your points. Because I had 2 items coming, I guess that clogged up. Ipsy couldn't get my box out on time for whatever reason. So I do hope the items are in there. That'll be great. And we'll go from there, but I would be happy with that. As far as makeup, nothing really stands out or wowed me, that I would be like, ooh, let's talk about this or let's talk about that. I was pleasantly surprised with Lovecraft Beauty. I use this as for contour. I don't know what it is. It does not say, as you can see, but it's flat. It's not shiny. It's not the brown that would be a bronzer or anything. So I assume it's a contour. That's what I use it for. I was very surprised with that, and I like it a lot, and I'll continue to use that. I have cream, contour and all that, but after the blush, I was a little afraid to try anything, so I just stayed away. And if I were to talk about anything in the world, if I was just BSing with my kids, we have been on. Has anybody seen the dress? Well, the dress, it was like a 3-in-1 dress that Harry's wife wore to the vet for a gala for vets. It was evening casual vet ball. This witch shows up in a ball gown. It was ball gown in the back. It had a racer back. That's what my daughter and I call the bras that have the different straps. It wasn't a tee back, but it was the racer back to it with the fold from the back. It looked like a ball gown. Then it had like slits up it in the front, like a tulip almost. And there was like a front. It looked like maybe a 3/4 dress from the bust to the bottom. And it was not flattering and it was ill-fitting. Because I don't care, let me tell you, even at my heaviest, if my stylist, if I ever appeared, if my kids let me go out in public with the amount of fat she had, her skin had hanging over the back of the top of her dress, oh my God, I would flip. I would flip. I assumed somebody dressed her. I heard it was Carolyn Herrera. I don't want to pin that monstrosity on any designer because wow, it was atrocious. And I heard, so it's a rumor that she had the band play the I want to say God Save the Queen, but I'm ignorant and I don't know the national anthem of Britain. I believe it was God Save the Queen. Well, Miss Rachel Macon Margle had them play that at the American Vets thing. They played another anthem. The only time the American anthem is supposed to be played, or excuse me, other people's anthem, I can't word it correctly right now, is at sporting events. The Olympics, hockey, we host Canadian teams, things of that nature. No, otherwise, no, we don't perform other countries' anthems, especially for veterans, for American veterans. And Harry had the audacity to show up. Now, I'm going to steal this from somebody I read, to show up with his little chocolate medallions, medals looking thing, which he's not even an active military person anymore because he's an ex royal, but B, that was for Americans. It was to honor American vets, excuse me, at the American Gala. And she showed up dressed just to bowl everybody over. I mean, did you see? I think there's a picture floating around of like John Bon Jovi and his wife. They were just correctly for evening casual. I believe that's more along the lines what I would have worn because I just feel that it was about the veterans that night. It wasn't about wearing a garish, tacky, gaudy, oh wow, I am old, and that's probably the ugliest dress I've ever seen. And again, the fit on it. I can buy a dress that would fit me with my back fat hanging. When you have that, and you're whatever, you're supposed to look a lot better. Your clothes should fit. And somebody please get Harry to a laundromat because he needs his clothes pressed. I don't know if she doesn't hire somebody to do their laundry, if he's against laundry detergent because the environment. Yeah. Oh, that was another thing. Now this I heard. So again, everybody has to say allegedly, purportedly, reportedly. Not only did no one was allowed to know how they arrived either way. And when I say arrived, I mean into New York City or New Jersey. Generally, when there's an event in New York, they come out of West Caldwell or New Jersey, Teterboro, and they drive down. So, don't know how they got here. And when they arrived on the carpet, nobody was to know how they were showing up. That's why if you notice in the beginning, it's a minute off put, right? That nobody knew they were coming from. Well, they knew that they were arriving. They didn't know from which direction, so they just kind of popped up, and that's why everybody was, oh, and then they faced that way. They were, if you caught the footage that I did, and this infuriated me. Harry and his wife. Well, Harry was talking to an American veteran and his wife who were supposed to be at the ball because they fought for America. And he's chatting with them and she wants to go. Well, somebody's holding a microphone out because they're trying to hear what's going on. And this guy with Harry and Harry's wife's camera, they were having it filmed for themselves, I could tell, was saying, please move your mic, get the mic out of the shot, move the mic. When you walk up on the press junket and you come to, it's like a trellis, that's where you stand and get your pictures taken. That's what, the press, that's where everybody's supposed to be. But because Harry and Meghan had their own personal camera person for the American Veterans Gala, They were yelling at the other press members to get out of their way. It's just ridiculous. And if you watch real close, her hand goes down his back and she grabs him, trying to get him out of there. It's so narcissistic. It's so what my ex used to do. It's frightening. And I think that's why I don't like her, because I see it, I hear it. And we know she fibs. Even the Archbishop of Canterbury, God bless his soul, had to come out with a statement. No, I did not marry them 3 days early in the garden at, what she said, Windsor or Frogmore. I don't know what she said. I don't know why I care. Again, I think it's because and I think the kids and I talk about it a lot, because that's their dad, and she is him, the NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. Ooh, 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 ooh. But I've seen people try to take over the Grammys or the Oscars or the Tonys. Yes, you want to look your best and be the one they talk about from them. But the Vet Gala, like that dress, I don't even want to pretend I know how much it was to me. Let's round it off at $100,000, okay? Because what it was, I think she spent damn near that in her engagement photos, the black dress. So let's say it was $100,000. That money, she could have worn $100 dress and donated the rest to the American or British veterans, to any veterans. There are veterans and they're going without medication. They don't have homes. They don't have medical benefits, and they don't have money. And they fought for this country, and you're going to a ball that honors them in a dress that could buy a house for three of them and their damn family. I'm like, I'm irate that anybody would show up like that. It was so clear that she's trying to get the spotlight when you got to think of who you're stealing from. Just like the kids in Harlem. Now we use children for PR, is it? Public related PR. Now we're using American veterans, and that is just so obscene and absurd. And I wish Queen Elizabeth, and she didn't show up to the remembrance ceremony today, Queen Elizabeth. Quite worried about her. I mean, this is one of her biggest things that she does, and at the last minute she had to pull out. So I hope she's feeling better. I really do. And the minute she is feeling better, I hope to God she put the title of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in abeyance. It's abeyance, I believe, with an A, and they just get put on hold. That way, if Harry wants to come back at some point or whatever, he can have it back. But I know Meghan broke the law when she lobbied for, family time for everybody, when she wrote Congress, when she got private, personal phone numbers of the senators, from Senator Gillibrand in New York. She's the one that gave all their numbers out. And she was cold calling them as the Duchess of Sussex to get this family leave time. Fuck family leave time. What about these veterans that are homeless without medication that you're showing up to their ball? Did you ask them for money like you did when you went to Harlem? Because when they were in Harlem the night before, a letter was sent home asking that each child in the second grade bring in $5 donation for the gift of Meghan and Harry. I don't get it. I don't. And it sickens me, because that has to be one of the poorest areas up here anyway. I know, like down in Mississippi in the South, there's a different type of poor. Up here, no, it's just not the place to ask for money and to dress like that at a vet gala ball. My heart broke, and then I got pissed off. So, hey, I feel better. Guess it just took a little getting angry at somebody. Okay. I'm going to pull my shit together. I'm going to wish you the best. I do. I really do. And again, I want to say hate the woman, but I dislike Harry's wife immensely, because I can see right through her. It took me a while. I thought she was great. An American. How cool is that? And she just didn't want to do it, and she sucks, and that's it. But I don't know who would do that to vets. I wish I could write a letter, or like, why were they even invited to the vet gala? Why? And they wore the poppies, the poppies. In America, we wear those in Memorial Day, which is the last Sunday, the last weekend of May, is when you wear the American poppies for the veterans, not on Veterans Day, which is the British week of remembrance, which is fantastic, and is. So this was Britain's week of remembrance, and I saw that Harry's wife showed up on a TV show, head to toe, black, with the British poppy as an accessory, because it was all black, and then you had the pop of red with the black in the middle. It disgusts me. It does. And ours in America have the green middle, so they're totally different. I've seen them both, and there's no way in heck. If you know what, if they go to Britain and wear your British poppy during British Remembrance Week. In America, we do that the last weekend of May to honor our vets, Megan, that fought for our country. Get it together. You're old. How old are you? You're 40. I'm 50. You're only 10 years younger than me. Oh my God. Get your shit together, please, and have some respect for our veterans. My God, donate the money. Forget the hideous, the monstrosity, ugly thing you are. God forgive you. Okay, I'm going to cut this short because now I'm mad, but I feel better, and I think that's great. I hope you have a fantastic any everything, and hopefully I will talk to you soon. And don't use Milani Conceal and Perfect cream to powder. Not good. So I hope to talk to you soon. Okay, have a great night and take care.